Billy Jaffe here with us now, and this is why, not only because it would be a better matchup for the Bruins facing the Blue Jackets, but this is why I wanted them to face the Blue Jackets too, because we get to hear from John Tortorella, who is just beautiful in these post-game press conferences.
Yeah, I mean, he can be intimidating.
Yeah.
He can be sharp.
Well, it's beautiful for me because I watch from afar.
Right, but he's also fun. If you know Torts, you appreciate him for the most part. You love his honesty, at least I do. I mean, look, what else is he going to say, though? You know?
Oh, no, absolutely. I don't
coaches
blame him for saying what he said.
Right. They may say it differently. Like,
sure.
We plan on playing Game 6. We thoroughly expect to win Game 6 and love to see in Game 7. But he says it a little stronger. And the follow-up, why do you say it? Because. Basically, you know. I mean,
right, as he's walking away.
Right. I love it. No, look, great. Such a fun game in Game 5. Yeah. The drama, the theater, the sports theater, as I called it on the air, spectacular. And that's the kind of thing that draws you to the NHL, the Stanley Cup playoffs. So much fun, especially that third period.
And it's nice to see the Bergeron line back together. It's like the line that we saw for pretty much the entire regular season when the three of those guys were together. Last 2 games, 11 points.
Yeah, and didn't that give you, during the regular season when they were going like that, confidence? You knew that maybe they didn't score every game, but you knew that they could take over a game with their zone time, their possession, etc. And he got the feeling, especially in Game 5. You saw them doing the little things that made such a difference. They didn't overhandle the puck. They didn't make low percentage passes. They moved it to each other. They utilized little chip plays. I mean, I'm telling you, like, they were on. And that is what they're going to need as we look forward to Game 6. That line, if they start the game like that, I know that the opponent, the Blue Jackets, is a great team, and I respect the heck out of them. But they've got to be thinking a little bit of, these boys are really going. It wasn't just a one-game thing or 1.5 game thing. They're really going again.
And it looks like Sergei Bobrovsky is human after all. We've actually seen some rebounds, and the Bruins have capitalized on that Brad Marchand goal in particular.
Yes.
You just say, oh my gosh, they finally got to him.
Well, here's the thing. Bobrovsky makes such athletic, acrobatic, lateral movement type saves that eventually there's going to have to be some rebounds. Now, the only way you really take advantage of rebounds is by being in that area to get the puck. Marchand's first shot, unbelievable glove save, but he stayed in the area. He was right there. He was ready for it. He pounced on it and sizzled it upstairs. The Bruins in general have done a better job of getting there. I watched early on in the game how the Bruins were taking off-angle shots towards his lower body, towards his feet, to get some more rebounds too with guys crashing. So that's going to be another key going into Game 6. Get pucks on net, but not just any puck. The easy puck that he can catch and hold on to, sometimes that's actually a play killer. Hold it, move it at his feet, crash in it, look for rebounds. Well, especially off those acrobatic saves at him, they're going to be there.
Helter-skelter third period, to say the least, for the Bruins. And, one of the keys going into the game, as we talked before we came out here, was talking about discipline. Bruins needing to be disciplined going into Game 6.
Well, disciplined, especially given the propensity for the Blue Jackets throughout this series to take some penalties, especially penalties in the offensive zone. With that said, the Bruins have been pretty good in that area. And Columbus's power play, which wasn't great during the regular season, has been spectacular in the playoffs, in particular against the Bruins. It's been amazing. Now, they were 0 for 2 in Game 5, but still they get opportunities. So the Bruins discipline, and it's not just penalty-wise as well, but it's also about being on the right side of the puck, not chasing. When the Bruins stopped doing that and I think just started playing their game, and I know that sounds so cliche, but looking for bigger hits and chasing and doing certain things, fancier plays, discipline, puck management, discipline with the puck. That's when they became a better team. That's when they started to win more, and that's in this series. And I think that's when they started to perhaps wear down Columbus a little bit, because Columbus, for a couple of games, was doing more of the dictating than the Bruins. Now that they're disciplined, the Bruins, at least with, I think, in all more facets of their game, it's a better Bruins team.
So Game 6 on Monday night, Carolina's just sitting there watching, much like the Blue Jackets were after they won that first-round series over the Lightning. And so we'll see how it plays out. Maybe the Bruins can clinch on Monday. If not, of course, it comes back to Boston for Game 7 on Wednesday.